Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly video, and I had a pretty good week this week. Actually, I would say a fantastic week. So, I had this video all planned out, and then I got a box yesterday that just kind of threw a wrench in the machine here. But I think I'm going to kind of stick with the plan, but I wasn't planning on showing these yet, but I got a box from Diecast. I went ahead and I posted this to my Instagram, so you may have already seen it. But I asked him to send me, if he would be willing to send me his pair of his new exclusive trucks to showcase in a video, and he did. And he sent me a sticker along with it. Pretty cool sticker there. This thing actually looks pretty awesome. And then it was a 1976 Chevy Cheyenne. There's his two exclusives there. So we got a clean version and a dirty version of this really cool pink with black flamage Chevy truck. The wheels and tires look awesome. The artwork on this thing looks awesome. It's just, oh man, I'm excited for this. I'm gonna open these up, but I'm not gonna do it in this video. I do apologize. I'm gonna give them their due, and we're gonna do a separate video just on the Diecast exclusives, because I do want to show these off. And then I'll, kind of group it together with the other two exclusive releases that he had come out with in the past. We'll kind of look at them all. But these look fantastic. They're limited to 2496 pieces. I believe that's each. And then there is an Ultra Red, and he freaking sent me that as well. That was a complete surprise. I cannot believe he sent this to me. So these are going to be very limited pieces indeed. I am just stoked to get these cars. So I am very, very sorry, but we are not going to open these up in this episode. I am going to do a separate episode on them. We'll talk a little bit more about them. We'll talk about the artwork. We'll talk about some other stuff. I'm just going to give them a nice solid video on their own, because I think they deserve that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, definitely recommend. You can hit up Diecast right now and order these. I don't even think he did a pre-order for them, so they're just like out and available. So go ahead and get them. Really, really cool. So fantastic. I think he snuck pictures of them maybe a little bit ago, but he kept it pretty much a surprise, I think, on these. I don't think I really saw too much about them. So another hobby dealer that sent me something this week was BOSSCO. So BOSSCO sent me his limited edition, limited to 1,008 pieces, 1987 Chevy Pickup. This is a Maisto, but it is very limited. And he sent this to me as part of his Squarebody series. I'm not sure how many of these he's come up with so far, but really, really cool. And again, very limited. So hit up BOSSCO for these. And we are going to go ahead and we'll open this up in the next segment. I want to take a peek at it. This purple, it looks really cool. So he actually sent me an extra of this too, so I'll probably pay that one forward, but pretty awesome. We're going to go ahead and open that up. And then sticking with square bodies for a moment, my buddy Diecast ordered a straight pack of these Sierra Classic GMC pickups. And that looks pretty darn cool too. So we're going to open up this. These are limited to 8,250 pieces. He ordered a case of 12, I think. Gave me one. I picked out the one that's got like a busted blister on it, since of course I'm going to open it anyway. I can actually almost open that by hand. And then he did that so he'd be guaranteed to get a chase. So he's got the chase. It was a gold one. I should have brought it out to show you, but I didn't. But anyway, so he's got a lot of extras of these. I may end up, selling a couple for him. So we'll see. I think he wants $10 a piece for them. I don't know. If any of you guys are interested in this truck, let me know. I have a few extras, and just shoot me an email or shoot me a message on Instagram. That would probably be the best. So yeah, my plan for today was to look at a bunch of mini GT, and I think we are going to still do that. So like I said, J-Car, we're going to do a separate video on. We will open these two square bodies though, so stay tuned for that. And then, but I did find some recent Hot Wheels, and I don't know if I ever showed this one. I'm going to show it up close, but I found this Air Speedtail. This is the kind of Air I like. and I'll show you why in the next segment of the video. It's kind of cool. And then I don't collect them or anything. I just find them interesting. And then I found some Hot Wheels, of course. So I picked up some stuff from, I guess, what is this? E-case, D-case, I don't know. It's a Zamac case from Walmart, but I only found one of the Zamacs. It's this one right here, Corvette. I think there was one other casting that was Zamac there, but it was kind of a lame casting, so I just didn't pick it up because I didn't bother with it. So Zamac Corvette, we got the 98 Honda Prelude, pretty cool. We got the Mars Perseverance Rover. I don't know, I like space stuff, so I picked that up. We got Speedtail. And we got, this would have been the Supra, the Corvette C7 Z06. There was already someone picking through all these when I got there, and apparently someone else had gone through all the cases before that anyway, so there's no chance of me finding a Supra. But I found some cool cars. Kia Stinger, and then 2 brand new castings for 2021, and these we are going to open in the next segment. The Corvette C8R from Hot Wheels, and then the 67 Ford GT40 Mark IV. So we will look at these in the next segment. And then the planned part of the video here was for this week to go through some mini GT. Now I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to look at. And we're going to open them all up and take a peek at them. So we got the BMW M4 Liberty Walk. This is in the Miho exclusive packaging, USA exclusive. And then we've got Nissan Skyline Gtr Hks. So some of these you guys have probably already seen already. We got the Corvette Stingray in torch red, C8 Corvette. So that's pretty cool too. Definitely neat. I get confused because I know some of these are limited. Okay, so this one doesn't say it's limited at all. It does, yeah, 1,800 pieces. 1,800 pieces and 3,600 pieces, but I know some of these are available outside of M&J Toys, I believe. I get confused which ones get released both ways. It's because I've got these now. So these are your boxed ones that you would get for more foreign market, not U.S. distributors. But I got the 2 Mercedes-Benz 190Es. These things are sick. I can't wait to get these open and take a real good look at them. The Pandem Toyota Supra, pretty cool. I love this new mini GT packaging. It's pretty neat. The new artwork for it looks pretty awesome. It's a little bit slicker than the old style. Lamborghini Urus with a roof box. Check that out. And then this is cool, the Bentley Continental GT3. So the GT3 version of the Bentley Continental tooling. So that's pretty awesome as well. So we've got a bunch of mini GT to look at. So stay tuned for that. I love mini GT. Mini GT is fantastic. And that's what we're going to look at. One more little peek here at the J-Car diecast stuff, just because I was so blown away yesterday. I opened up the box and found these in the box. Or really just, when I found that, I'm like, oh God, he sent me an Ultra Red. That's crazy. But really, we're going to be doing some mini GT stuff. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and flip the camera around and let's look at some stuff up close. All right, as we get started here, let's just take a quick look at this error. I don't remember if I had shown it or not, so here it is. It just didn't get riveted on correctly. That's what I thought was kind of cool about it. This is like one of those errors that you just can't like fake or anything. Like someone's not going to be able to like do this and repackage it and say, oh, this is an error. That's why I kind of dig it. So literally this thing was just like smashed in the wrong spot. It's all done. Like you could even open this up if you wanted to. But this is the kind of like defective Hot Wheel error that I think is actually kind of cool. So if I do find them, I pick them up, and I have like a really cool one that's like a Dodge Viper that just looks smashed in the package. I've shown that one on here before, but just thought this was kind of neat. So there you go. There you have it. I might keep that one. I don't know. All right. Next is the BOSSCO Squarebody. All right, so he was kind enough to send this to me. Just said, hey, I'm going to send you this, and you could, if you want to show it in video, go for it. So I have two of the other ones that he had sent previous. These are very limited to 1,008 pieces. They're Maisto. It's a Maisto tooling, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if anybody else is really doing a like hobby exclusive Maisto stuff. So that it's just different. It's cool. So you can go onebossco.com is where you can go and order these, or you can probably hit them up, of course, on Instagram and Facebook, you know, the regular social channels, and check them out there. But let's go ahead and just get this opened up. So I think there's a few of these out already. I've got two, and there's this one, so that makes three, and I think there might be two or so more. But this is a really nice colored purple. Wow. So it's got like this little plastic thing that holds the bed cover on. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. We'll go ahead and peel that off. I don't know how much these were, but I don't think they're very expensive. I think they're fairly cheap in comparison to like some other hobby exclusive stuff. So relatively cheap, I should say. Not cheap, relatively inexpensive. Oh, it's got an opening hood, chrome engine down there. The color is wonderful. Now, I don't collect a lot of Maisto stuff, but the stuff I have is pretty darn cool. And this definitely fits the bill for that. So it's kind of neat. It's got a little bit of a rake to it. It's got a larger wheel, wheels in the back. The Maisto stuff typically is a little bit more kind of an exaggerated feature sort of thing. It's kind of a mix between almost like Hot Wheels with some of the ways that they exaggerate features on stuff, and a little bit more premium stuff is they have like, they're all going to have like rubber tires in this line of Maisto stuff anyway. There are cheaper Maisto castings, but, and then of course it's got full deco, you know, opening hood, and well, I guess it really doesn't have headlights in the front, but you got that nice looking grille there. And it's just kind of a cool truck. So if you're a square body collector, you definitely would consider adding these to the collection. They, you know, as Maisto may not be as popular right now necessarily as like Auto World and of course Hot Wheels and M2, all the other companies that are making square body pickups. But darn, this is really limited to 1,000 pieces, like 1,008 pieces. So it's pretty neat. So if you're trying to get after all the square bodies, this would be one you're going to have to pick up. But it's a nice thing. It's a neat little thing. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. This cool little Maisto pickup. All right. Sticking with cool square body pickups, here we got this, the GMC Sierra Classic 15 Desert Fox. The Desert Fox. Let's go ahead. So like I said, 8,250 pieces. This was available to hobby dealers in a straight pack. Quick look at the card art. Not much to that, but definitely cool. So the M2 square bodies are pretty cool. I think the number one complaint about them is how shallow the bed is, and that it does look a little goofy. I had commented on that when they originally released the tooling, and yeah, I mean, I gotta say it does look a little goofy with that shallow bed. But what I'm interested in, this is my first version, lifted version that I've added to my collection of this casting. And I've been wanting to add a lifted version. This one's also a step side, not a fleet side. So I think it might be the first for that as well for me. That's kind of weird. Do you take that off? This little base part right here? Is that supposed to stay on, or are you supposed to kind of take that off? Because it does look a little goofy. I don't know, whatever, it's got screws in it. Let's see what we're supposed to do with that. Little screw, and there you go. That looks much better. So the base looks cool. It's got nice detail to it. And it overall, I mean, this is a really cool classic looking truck. Yeah, I'm actually really glad to add this to my collection. I know there's so many like these square body pickups coming out, but they're Dang, there are some really cool ones. This one is really cool from M2. A motor in there. She's got a little nick right up here in the corner. I don't know if you can see that. Some bare metal is showing. Right there. That's unfortunate. That's straight out of the box. That's factory. Nice details though on this truck, so I'm happy with it. I mean, I didn't pay for it, so how can I possibly complain? But it's actually quite neat. I would pick out maybe another one of these lifted square bodies, maybe a fleet side version of it to complement this one. Add it to my M2 collection. Definitely pretty nice. But yeah, I could see how that the bed is just, how shallow it is. It's just kind of weird. I don't know why that was necessary either, because if you look at the gap right here, and maybe it just was necessary because they do a lot of lowered versions of the trucks, but maybe they should have tooled another bed with for like the raised versions. You can see that, you can see right through there. It could have definitely benefited, the look could have benefited from a deeper bed. Tires are cool though. These feel pretty soft rubber. Fairly soft anyway, and the thing rolls, so that's pretty sweet. All right, moving on. Next, let's just take a quick look at a couple Hot Wheels castings, then we're diving into MINIGT. 67 Ford GT40 Mark IV. Excited about this casting, new for 2021, and darn, that looks cool. I'd love to see a premium version. Please put out a metal base version of this casting. Hopefully that is planned. I love that they got the sort of details for the headlights, which are part of the window piece, which is just the way to do it on a car like this for a $1 model. This looks absolutely fantastic. So this will be one that, of course, any version of it that comes out, I'll definitely be picking up. Corvette C8R. So we get to see the first. We've had a C8 Corvette from Matchbox. MINIGT, we're getting one from Auto World, we're getting one from Greenlight very, very soon. And then here's your Hot Wheels C8, and of course they went with the C8R. We're also going to get a C8R, I think, from MINIGT as well, so that should be coming shortly as well. I like the C8. I actually like the way it looks quite a bit. It's got a Ferrari look to it, but it's like kind of a Ferrari mated with a Corvette, and this is its child, I guess. I don't know, whatever. That's kind of what I get when I look at it. That's a pretty sweet little casting from Hot Wheels. So what do you guys think about this pair? Kind of a nice little vintage racer and a modern race car. That is pretty cool. All right, we got to move on because we got a lot of MINIGT to look at. So we're going to start with the Mio stuff. Nissan Skyline Gtr GRA number 87, 1993 Japan Touring Car Championship HKS Super Oil. So this one I think was put out in the international package stuff as well as a Mio exclusive. And of course this casting, or the tooling itself, I'm sure you've seen before, because they've had multiple releases of this tooling already. And I don't have every one, but I've got a few, and I am happy with all the ones I do have. It's just a very well done casting. I love the tinted green headlights on this one, and it just looks kind of cool. This wrap on the car just is wild. I love the colors of it. And of course, MINIGT just does a fantastic job. Like, no doubt, just does a great job. I just absolutely love what they're doing. Huge fan now. And I've been tempted, actually, to just start going after everything they've ever put out. I'm not going to do it. I already do it with Auto World right now. And I can't. I don't know if I can add another brand to that. But gosh, it is tempting. And it's feasible too for Mini GT. If you don't go, I mean, going after all the chases, because that's the thing with the Mio exclusives are going to have chases, and they're always raw chases. So there is a raw version of this with the graphics and stuff that looks probably really awesome. I just, you got to kind of limit what you're going for. And it'd be kind of tough to get all those, plus the chases. So, plus it's kind of confusing because I don't know which ones are really exclusively Mio or are just distributed in the U.S. by Mio, because they do have it both ways. There are liveries or castings, or not castings, but graphic, whatever, versions that are released that are straight up just Mio exclusive that haven't ever been released in the international line. As far as I know, there has been. I know like the yellow Lamborghini is one of them. But anyway, it's pretty cool. All right, so Chevy Corvette Stingray C8. This guy open. I've got this in black, and now you get it in its proper color, is what I would say, in red. And yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Everything you would expect from this premium diecast brand. I'm having trouble with focus today. You know, inserted details for taillights. Inserted details, of course, for headlights. These rubberized mirrors, which are awesome because they're a little bit more difficult to damage. Plastic piece up here for the little spoiler. And just some nice details. Usually the bases aren't too detailed, but what do you need it to look at the base for, really? And another thing with them is they always roll and roll well. Yeah, that's a cool looking car. So I like it. I do. All right. And lastly, for the M&J Toys stuff, BMW Liberty Walk work, BMW M4 white with M stripe, Neo exclusive. Let's go ahead and pop this out of the packaging. And take a look at this. This is my first version of this casting. This one has come out in a couple of different varieties so far, and I just picked out this one as the one to get. I'm at minimum doing that with MINIGT, trying to get an example of every casting. I still need to get that dang Actros truck with a car carrier, and the other one with a container truck. I do want to add those to the collection sometime. They're just pretty expensive. I gotta get one though eventually. But man, this is, again, what you would expect. So it's a BMW with a body kit. It's got the inserted headlights, of course, the taillight detail, the details all around. In general, a very good looking car. And of course the rubber mirrors, metal body, metal base, rubber tires, all that good stuff. She rolls, and just a nice looking vehicle right there. All right, moving on to, just save the best for last. I'm going to save the Evos for last. Blue Ilios with roof box, Lamborghini Urus. Blue, without an E. Yeah. So this one is the latest of this casting. They've come out with it in yellow already, and here it is in blue. And wow, it looks good. It looks real good. Look at that. Fills up the frame nicely. So nice. And just another example of why I'm a huge fan of MINIGT. I normally wouldn't care too much about an SUV, Lamborghini SUV, but the Urus has, or Urus, or however you pronounce it, has grown on me a bit, and I have MINIGT to blame for that. It really looks cool in this miniature format with this little accessory up here, in case you need a little bit more cargo space. So again, you got everything you would expect from Mini GT: metal body, metal base, rubber tires, details all around, inserted headlights and taillights, extra little pieces where needed in the mirrors that have a flexibility to them, so that if they take a little bit of a hit, they won't likely fall off, which is great. Wow, this blue is beautiful. So I am definitely a fan of this one. And then I think next we'll take a look at this Pandem Toyota GR Supra. So this one's in the new packaging from Mini GT. Not a bad look. Let's go ahead and open her up. Box. So this is the brand new tooling. This is the first version of it that I've got. Wow, she's solid. I almost didn't pick this one up in silver because I didn't really like, Pandem's cool. I just don't, the graphics on the side, all that stuff. I want to get maybe more of a basic liveried one, but there'll be time for that. That'll get acquired at some point. And like I said, I'm still kind of debating on back cataloging and trying to get up everything Mini GT ever. So yeah, just more of the same awesomeness. Rubber tires, metal body, metal base, details all around. Look at that plastic spoiler, it's perfectly straight. And just good. You can't get any more gooder than that. Especially for the price point of these things are not even that expensive. They really aren't. In comparison to a lot of the other import detailed brands, man, they are not that pricey. So they just know what they're doing. They just do. So there's that. And then we got the Bentley Continental GT3 presentation car. Let's do the presentation. Let's go. Oh, that's cool. Look at that guy. I think I've got this general car in a Kyosho. Might have to do a comparison at some point. Pretty sure I got a Kyosho of it. I'm like looking at the wall like I'm going to see it pop out of me amongst all these other cars. And yeah, that's going to be tough. But for some reason, I did think I've got a version of this. It's hard to keep track of what you got when you have a ton of stuff. It's just, I need to start paring it down. All right, so yeah, nothing to complain about this one. Again, spoiler on her is straight as an arrow. The quality control I have experienced personally with Mini GT has been that they've been fantastic, okay? I haven't really had any issues. Now, that's not to say there hasn't been any issues for others. I've had some people comment on my videos previous when I've made that statement saying that they've had a few with issues, and of course there's going to be a few here and there, but man, they really do a great job from what I've seen. Dude, this thing is awesome. Again, it rolls perfect. It's got all the little details. It's just, yes. All right, we gotta keep moving. We're getting to my favorite, or what I think is going to be my favorite, the Mercedes-Benz 190e Evo Ii in silver. Let's see, an official Mercedes license. They're all, and that's the other thing. Some of the foreign brands or whatever, the import brands we'll call them. Even though it's kind of hard to say Mini GT is like an import brand. I mean, they are, I guess. I don't know. I think they're like headquartered, though. I thought they were like maybe in California. I'm not sure. Ooh, you're going to be careful of that guy. That hood ornament right there. That looks like it would fall off if you breathe on it. But holy crap, that's small. So yeah, definitely be careful with this one, but holy crap, that's detailed. This is a winner to the extreme. Look at that hood ornament. It's so tiny, I'm afraid to touch it. I'm just not going to. It just wouldn't be smart, I don't think, to manhandle that thing, because it might even be like that rubber material. I don't know, but we are not going to find out, because I do not want to break it. Even though this thing wouldn't be that expensive really to replace. So, it's just... Gosh, you know, if these were on shelves, I would have a problem. If these were on shelves at like Walmart and stuff like that, I would have a serious problem, because there's no way I'd be able to leave something like this behind. I know that's never going to happen. They're not going to be at big box retailers, and they shouldn't be, because I did just touch the hood ornament on accident. It's hard. It's a hard plastic, because I'm trying to feel this little, what do they call this, a splitter on the bottom, which is just a slight little bit off on the one side, but solid. Wow, dude. I don't know. If you don't think this is cool in 1/64 scale, I just don't know what you think. All right, next is the one in black. So 190E, again, Evo Ii, black pearl metallic with some different rims on it. Pulling her out of the box right now. This one comes in the newer packaging. Same hood ornament on this one, so we got to be careful of that. Oh, jeez, man. What more really do you want out of a model, out of a 1/64 scale model? I mean, some people will argue that they don't have disc brakes in there, and that would be the one detail that's overlooked that maybe they could add, because you'd see them through the thing. And you know, they probably could do it. MINIGT's great. I mean, they probably would be able to figure out how to do that. But I think it's important to them, though, that the car rolls really well. And I know sometimes when you add those little disc inserts in the back, it kind of hinders that slightly. But Greenlight's done it on some cars, so I think you could probably do it, MINIGT. That'd be the only thing I could think of that you really could add to these to make it any better, because it's already completely fantastic. So, gosh, that hood ornament. Look at that thing. Stick it up there. This one looks higher than the other one. Maybe, yeah, it is. Maybe it didn't get pushed all the way down, I'm not sure. Barely, though. This one's got a different lip on the front. Okay, yeah, so these are just very, very, very cool. They even have different exhausts. Exhaust is a little cocked sideways on this one, so if we're getting real nitpicky, that will show up in pictures, and I don't think there's really any way to push it in. Got the defogger in the back of this one. Wow, just amazing stuff. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. All right, hopefully you guys dug this video. Again, I do apologize. I'm probably going to put those J-Kart diecast things right in the thumbnail, and we didn't actually look at them outside of the package, but I promise you they're going to get their due. So stay tuned for that. Pick up some of this MINIGT if you haven't already, because it's ridiculously cool. And yeah, that's my advice to you. All right, you guys, have a great week. Thanks for watching again. Please like, comment, subscribe if you have not already, and enjoy your day.